Why high-value men choose to stay single, the calibration of worth. Introduction, defining value and calibration. Welcome back. Today we're tackling a topic often shrouded in misunderstanding. Why smart and successful men choose to remain single. The status of singleness can sometimes trigger doubt, but for men operating at a high level, it signifies something entirely different. The truth is, smart and successful men understand their inherent worth. They have defined their values and hold them sacrosanct. They do not dispense their presence merely for external beauty or fleeting attention. A partner must reach the elevated caliber to which they have calibrated themselves. This choice is rooted in a fundamental understanding of relationships as a value exchange. The principle of value exchange and peace. Successful men know that a relationship must be a net positive. If you are consistently providing protection, provision, and leadership, the admirable traits of stable masculinity, you must receive commensurate value in return. In today's dynamic, this often means a woman's ability to embody a complementary femininity in his masculine presence, fostering harmony rather than competition for leadership. For the man committed to his masculine role, the caliber of his partner is not judged by her looks, but by the level of peace and stability she introduces into his demanding life. The core exchange. For a high achieving man, peace of mind is the ultimate currency. Conflict and confrontation are normal parts of life, but constant chaos is a tax he is unwilling to pay. He reserves his energy for purpose, not for managing persistent relational instability. The trap of potential versus the pillar of reality. A critical lesson successful men master is the distinction between potential and reality. Many men waste their time and emotional capital investing in a woman's potential, the promise of who she could be, rather than assessing the reality of how she is currently showing up. If a woman claims to have worked on past destructive behaviors, a man of integrity demands evidence, not just rhetoric. He observes her current treatment of him and her demonstrated actions. Choosing truth. A man of truth must often choose the uncomfortable path, cutting ties with potential to make room for what is truly aligned with his future. Singleness in this context is not a deficit of worthiness. It is a strategic game plan. It is a defined season to recalibrate and establish a new timeline, one that strictly allows only women of demonstrable value into his life. Purposeful singleness, the self-audit. The season of being single is not a void to be filled. It is an active period of self-mastery and continuous improvement. The smart man knows the relationships he has attracted were for a reason. He extracts the necessary lessons from every experience and breakup, using them to refine his own character. He commits to becoming the best version of himself by auditing his own flaws and areas where he fell short. Stopping the cycle. Instead of ignoring internal pain and impulsively rushing to distract himself with the next relationship, he stops the cyclical behaviors that attracted those misaligned partners to begin with. Defining the future. He uses this time for deep self-inquiry. How will a partner genuinely complement the life I am building? What are the non-negotiables I will no longer tolerate? How will I reinforce boundaries to project the self-respect I embody? Conclusion, the unshakable center. Successful men embrace vulnerability within the single season, understanding that their emotions and a woman's emotions are not something to be feared, but revered as signals for deeper lessons. Everything you fear is often showing you what you have neglected within yourself. The high value man does not permit singleness to allow him to stay stuck in outdated stories. He makes room and time for himself, centering his identity in the authentic knowledge of his worthiness and value. He is done wasting time on potential. He sees things clearly, acts with integrity, and embraces these pillars of masculine strength. The moment you commit to working on yourself, your life begins to work out in your favor. This choice is why smart and successful men remain single, because they are waiting for a partner who can genuinely match the abundance they have intentionally cultivated. If this video assisted you in shifting your perspective, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.